kind of dark light. Okay. Let me see if I can turn the lighting up. Okay. All right, you guys. So this is going to be a how do they feel reading. So I'm going to tap into the collective's energy and see how your person feels. It's, you know, general. So it's not going to resonate to the T and tailor to everybody. Hey, sis. What's up, Bianca? Shout out to Bianca. It's not going to be the same resonance as everyone, but apply it as it resonates with you. Okay. So we're just going to tap collectively into this reading. I hope everybody's doing well. Deborah Cox is playing in my ears. Well, I have music. I have headphones on. So maybe somebody feels like it's a situation where someone feels like this wasn't supposed to happen. I wasn't supposed to fall in love, or I wasn't supposed to like you. Could be somebody's story. I don't know. All right. So I'm gonna use this deck. You guys like this? I think this is called the Elemental Wisdom Tarot, but before I get into the tarot, I'm going to do Oracle first. I'm not going to make this too long. You know, I like to use a buffet table of cards. I don't know if I'm going to do that tonight. I don't know about it. All right. Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides who are divinely connected to me, divinely assigned to my life, who have my best will and intentions and love, I ask for divine covering, divine protection to surround this reading, those who are meant to receive this message, their loved ones in question. I ask for permission to tap into all parties' energies that are meant to receive this message for what you want us to know and will allow us to know or to see. I also ask that this reading bring clarity and peace to those who are meant to receive it, whatever they are. Archangel Michael, I ask that you protect us and guard the gates, any portals open, protect our energy field from any malevolent forces, dark forces, evil spirits, demonic forces, intentions, agendas, confusion, deception, trickery, any trickster spirits, lying spirits, familiar spirits, anything cloaking itself as divine light and love. We bind you, we block you from coming through this message. I block any type of interferences from coming through. Anything going on with me personally, we cast that aside during the time of this message. Okay. All right, we cast down false imaginations, false truths, false guidances, false prophetic words. We cast you down, we bind you. Anything that tries to exalt itself against the knowledge and wisdom of Christ. And we uphold and we uplift anything that is of true and of divine wisdom, divine light. Me as a divine messenger may only speak what it is that the Most High, the Holy Spirit, wants me to say and speak. Anything else, stop me from speaking. Any falseness, we bind it, we block it. Amen and Ashe. For this collective, ooh, my song is on. This case, Happily Ever After. I love this song. Not propose. Yes, I will. Take all my yeah. It's my song. How does this, well, what's going on in this collective? What's the feelings? So, okay, so you have the robotic card and you have the connection card, which has this red string of fate. And this message has been coming up a lot, this red string of fate message. This feels like two opposite energies, two opposite worlds. I'm going to clarify this. What's at the bottom is manipulation. Top of the deck is trapped. I'm going to have to tap into this. intuitively, before I pull the cards, I'm getting like a contrast of energy. So the robotic energy is like the 3D like the 3D world with the matrix codes. You can't really see it because of the lighting. But these matrix codes and this robotic card um, makes me think of someone that is more in the physical, not so much attached or connected to the spirit realm or this connection on a spiritual level. So spirit, help me to interpret this, because I'm trying to interpret the message in a way that makes sense how I'm feeling it. Like sometimes, like when I'm channeling, when I'm reading, I feel the energy and I have to sit with it in order to convey it in a way that makes practical sense, I guess, if that makes sense. So the energy that I'm getting from this is, it's one or two things I'm feeling. It could be like someone that is usually caught up in the matrix, you know, the 3D things, you know, getting caught up in materialistic things, superficial things. And on the other side, the connection is like the spiritual energy. It's otherworldly energy. If it be that someone feels kind of trapped in that world, or they don't know how to break out of that world, this connection might trigger that, showing that which isn't authentic to oneself. It's like living a fake, superficial life, reality, connecting with people on a superficial level. Hey sis, connecting on a superficial level versus being in tune with the higher aspect. And this connection seems to anchor that type of divine connection, that otherworldly, that spiritual energy in. Okay. Could also be too, for some of you, there's like an opposite energy, whether this is you or your person, where someone is dealing with superficial connections, whether that's romantic ones and or like connections in their life, period. It's the opposite energy versus the connection. That's what I'm getting from this so far. Someone feels trapped by this. They feel like they are a puppet on a string when it comes to the superficial energies that they're partaking in, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm getting so far. I'm going to pull more cards, more tarot. What's up, Gabrielle? How y'all doing? Let's get into this. Okay, don't want to pull tarot yet, or do spirit? Let me see. We're gonna pull. Let's pull some love teas, because this seems to like really expose things, like sheds light on some stuff. So with these cards, Holy Spirit, what is this energy that we're picking up? What is the energy surrounding this connection at present? What is the energy at present, Holy Spirit? What is this energy at present that we're tapping into? The love teas. This is Fire Witch Tarot's deck. Getting closer. Dirty and messy. Hiding something. Retreat and sexual photos. I hate to go there, but I have to go there because this is what I'm getting. Okay, so this is an energy like where two people, I feel like this is past tense for some of you, or maybe this is like recent past energy, where you and your person were getting close. And then I feel like someone had some dirty laundry, had some drama in the background. They might have been hiding the fact that they might have another situation. I'm getting situationship rather than like an actual committed relationship. I'm not getting that. As far as like what this person was hiding, or maybe what you were hiding. You have retreat and sexual photos. So this person might have retreated from this connection. Some of you guys might resonate with this specifically. I'm not getting too many people where somebody might have had some type of sexy photos of you, or you had sexy photos of them, and either somebody got caught. This energy is messy. I don't know if I'm going to read this right now. Oh God, why? Okay, that's not for everybody, but I do feel like for some of you, you were either dealing with a player or you were the player. Somebody was hiding something and retreated from this connection because you guys were growing closer together. But I feel like the reason why whoever was hiding something retreated from this connection because they didn't want their dirty laundry to be aired out or to be made seen. This might be someone that has a lot of options. Isn't that everybody's story nowadays? Like, it just seems like everybody got something going on. And also for some of you, they might be getting some bad advice. High maintenance. Like, yeah, like somebody might have gotten discouraged to move away, most likely from a feminine energy. A masculine energy got some type of advice or some type of, yeah, it was kind of like this toxic advice. It wasn't warranted. It wasn't coming from someone that even has a place to speak on that can, like, this connection. So let's say like someone that is like caught up in superficial things, and you know, they do fuck boy shit or fuck girl shit, and they're telling this person like, nah, you shouldn't be with this person, like, because of this and that. You should do like some type of toxic advice, not anything that's of higher wisdom, or it might even be coming from their experience, which might have been toxic, or you know, they have no right speaking on this connection. Let's just say that, right? You can't go to everybody about your situation, especially if it's not everybody is dealing with a connection that is profound spiritually, so I can't say that. But this energy that I'm picking up, I feel like it is a divine connection because of that red string of fate card with the connection card has that red string. So it's like people that don't understand the concept of that or are not experiencing this because it is otherworldly. You can't look to people that have no business speaking on this. So someone, I feel like, gave a masculine energy some bad advice, and something about this feminine might be a high maintenance, as maybe what they literally said, or like just too much for you. Like, this person's too much for you. Because I'm not judging anybody. I'm gonna just call the energy as I'm seeing it. Like, let's say there's a masculine that's used to like thoughts. Like, they might be cute, some of them might be pretty or whatever, and some of them might just be like complete ratchets, but something about them is they're easy. They don't require anything. They could be pretty. They might, you know, take very good care of themselves, you know, to the T, the hair, nail done, all that. But there's something about them that's easy. They don't require much effort. It's like if you ask them for a sexy picture, they probably would send it without hesitation, like, or they probably just volunteer to send sexy pictures. And I don't feel like it was because there was any intimacy formed between the two. It's just like these are the types that doesn't require much effort to get them. That's what I'm getting from this. Versus maybe there was a feminine that you know, required a lot because they were a quality person. There's a difference between quality and just what's available and what's easy, what's a good time. It's a difference. Just saying. All right, let's pull more into this. Put this to the side. Let's pull some tarot on this. We're going to get a little further into how one of you or both of you are feeling about one another. How is this group collectively? What are the feelings? And help me to discern who's who. Who would be the more feminine energy and who would be the more masculine energy. Please help me to discern who's who and where their feelings lie in relations to one another. Holy Spirit. Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Someone wants to work towards something in this connection. They know that there's an opportunity here. It could be an opportunity to clear things, cleanse, transmute energies, what I'm picking up. Feminine energy, you might feel more confident in your stance with where you are with this connection, but it's more so because of where you're at with yourself. Six of Cups. Someone in someone in the past may have felt with the Six of Cups and the Four of Cups that this love opportunity or this obtaining this divine connection wasn't going to be like easy come, and maybe perhaps it wasn't, or it isn't easy come, but it's like what you want is like, it feels like it's right there, but it's something that's blocking. Someone felt or is feeling like it's something that's blocking them from receiving this love or this cup, this opportunity. It's like something in the way. With the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Cups, for some of you, I'm gonna be real, I do feel like there's a masculine energy that is like trying to sneak away from someone. With the Eight of Cups, I feel like it could be another person. I don't necessarily feel like it's the viewer, but some of you guys might feel ghosted, but I don't get that energy, because the Six of Wands is like, this is someone that feels victorious, that feels like they've overcome something very challenging. So you guys might have gotten out of that type of energy, but I'm getting more so that the Cups relates to the past, where someone felt like this connection was not going to be easy come, or like something was like a carrot being dangled in front of you and you just can't reach it, you can't have it. It's like someone is pulling and manipulating it, like, nope, you can't have it. It's kind of like that. But I feel like what's happening in the shadows is someone is having to detach from something in their past. If it's not that they're this masculine energy, if it's not that there's another person actively that they're dealing with, it's the energy of someone or something, or leaving like certain behaviors in the past or certain type of connections in the past, moving on to something more that better suits them. But let's see, how does this... Ooh, my bad. Holy Spirit. I felt the Judgment card energy, but it didn't come out. You have the Hangman. So yeah, someone is building up the courage to make some type of shift in their life, or after some time of meditating, reflecting, someone is going to make some type of shift, because whatever is being left behind, if whoever is a masculine in the situation, whatever it is that they're leaving behind, it's something that I feel like was not fulfilling. It's not deeply emotionally fulfilling. The Star and the Nine of Pentacles. So someone is feeling optimistic or hopeful about this connection with the Star and the Nine of Pentacles, like and this also could be like personal goals being met, or feeling like you've achieved or you've overcome something big for yourself. Greetings. You feel, let's say you overcome a major milestone within yourself and you're proud that you did that. Some people, it's like, I'm proud that I walked away from what didn't serve me. So this could be both parties feeling this way about something that they've gone through within themselves. Like, I'm proud of myself for releasing that, or walking away from that, or finally standing in my truth, standing in my power, something like that, where it was something that was keeping the other person stuck. It's like a personal goal, or feeling proud of oneself. Someone feels content within their own individuality at this time, or within their own individual presence, their circumstances right now, maybe even so the connection. So there's an energy of alignment that's taking place. Someone might be watching the other, kind of like taking a step back and observing the other person, seeing how they're handling things, because I didn't even see this until now, but you got the Two of Wands, and this is my card of like someone exploring and watching something from afar, or waiting for an opportunity to move. So someone might have had to sit with themselves and really reflect And in the meantime, like, watch. So some of you, I will say this, that you're either being watched or both of you are watching each other, because it feels kind of like this energy feels like merged, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel like one person. It feels like both energies. Kind of taking a step back and watching and observing the other person. And in order to do that, or the reason being for doing that is in order for me to take action or to move forward or figure out how I'm going to move forward for the situation, I have to take a step back and reflect and see. I'm getting an energy of comparison. So if there was like a contrast between other people, that one of the parties, most likely a masculine energy, was dating other parties or dealing with maybe someone specific, like one person or something like that, it's a contrast that I feel like is being observed and watched. Someone is very calculated in the way that they move. Everything is strategic. Everything is calibrated. I'm hearing the word calibrated. The Lovers is at the top of the deck. If someone is making a choice or decision to move towards what's more in alignment with their heart and soul, I'm hearing there was some type of energies of a love affair, or not that for some of you. You could share this connection. It could be a marriage, it could be a commitment or something that will be shared with someone. Okay. Hope that makes sense. Something that was coming up and it slipped me, it left. I was feeling it with the star. It's kind of like someone is being idealized, watched, admired from afar, but it's like I can look but I can't touch, and I'm not going to touch it because right now I'm not in the space to. I shouldn't. So I'm just going to take stand back and watch out of respect. So it's almost like with the star gives me like a feeling of, someone being admired and watched for just being them in their essence, just watching. I get purity from the star. I get divine connectedness with the star. I get healing energy from that. Someone that is of, what's the right word I'm looking for? Someone that is connected to all that is, that may be obedient to their soul, their path, their purpose. Some type of purifying cleansing I'm hearing. But whatever's being observed is like, this is an ideal, this is something beautiful, this is something etheric, out of this world to me. Something beautiful that I wish to have, but it's either I can't have it right now because things are not in alignment, or I'm not in alignment for it. I'm not, what's the right word? It's kind of like not so much out of my league, but for some of you it could be that, or just feeling like we're just not, this is not alignment right now. This isn't, just not right now. So kind of just watching. I heard preparing. So some of you guys, this is somebody that had to take a step back from you. Someone had to take a step back. Okay, let's go ahead and pull how they feel. Maybe we can get a little more clarity, because I feel like I already tapped into how you guys are feeling. Maybe, maybe not. But let's see. These cards might be hard to see because the lighting and the font, the color of the font on these cards are really dark. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to show you guys. Let me see. Ooh, there we go. There we go. All right. How does this person feel? Or how do both parties feel? Let's start with the feminine energy. How do you feel? Feminine energy collective that I'm reading for. Spirit, how do they feel? How does the feminine collective energy feel? about this connection or situation. How does the masculine collective energies feel about this connection at present? Come on now. Okay. Put these to the side. Okay, feminine energies. You have... Some of this may not resonate with everybody. Some messages may, and some may not. So you have, I feel an intense urge to run, but my heart says stay. I feel like maybe I'm delusional about all of this. And then something tried to get in my throat. Hold on. I feel fearful and unsafe in love. This might be something that's not being communicated for some of you. So some feel like this connection, some of you do resonate where you feel like this connection is unobtainable, something about it where you feel blocked or something like that. And if that's not you, you might still have a little bit of some blockages there when it comes to really trusting this person and trusting this connection. And it could be for a different reason for each and every one of you because you guys are unique. But something about this connection is like it can be too much sometimes, and I feel like you might want to run, or you have tried to run. Maybe you told yourself, okay, I might be delusional. And if it's not that I'm delusional, it's like maybe I'm just like way too in over my head, or I just feel just kind of unsafe. Like I don't know if I can really trust this all the way or trust this person all the way. That's what I'm getting. Masculine. Oh, confirmation right there. I feel like I need to keep my eyes on you. Okay, well, feel a strong conviction to tell you everything, and I feel like I owe you so much more than I can give or have given you. That's confirmation. I feel like I'm more so picking up on masculine energies in those. I mean, I feel like it's a little bit of both, but as far as like the hangman energy, the star, and the Nine of Pentacles, this is that energy. What I feel a strong conviction to tell you everything is there is some things that want to be expressed. But I feel like someone is either holding back because they don't feel like they have anything really stable to provide and offer, because I feel like someone is trying to prep. What was the word that was that what we were hearing? I don't know if that's what I said. I can't remember what I said before I put the tarot cards back. But where is it? Yeah, Three of Pentacles came out. Three of Pentacles, I feel like, is somebody that is intentively working on putting work into some type of foundation. This gives me Judgment card vibes with that angel with the trumpet. It's like loud and clear. It's a judgment that has happened as far as what's being given, what has been given, or what has not been given, or what wants to be given. So, let's see. I do feel for some of you, excuse me, someone wants to express themselves, because my throat all of a sudden is like ashy. I'm trying to get the words out clearly and accurately. What is the hidden energies? What is not being clear here? Okay, someone has anxiety, worried about the future. Okay, another thing too is someone might feel a little bit shameful for or embarrassed by their behavior in the situation. There is some karmic energy here. Yeah, karmic partner, difficult soulmate, reactivity generates karma. This person could be creating unnecessary blocks, or you could be, take this, I'm going to read it how I'm getting it. So if this resonates as you, then you know. If it doesn't, then it's most likely your person. And if that resonates too, please use your discernment though. Don't just take on anything. Yeah. Acceptance. Receive what comes without judgment. So I feel like there might be, I'm going to clarify this, but I feel this intuitively, like there's a conversation that's coming, and spirit is saying for you both to be receptive without judging too much. There was some imbalance. Yeah, someone was creating imbalances with a narcissist and empath, manipulation and imbalance. Someone might have been acting in a way that was, cold, manipulative. I'm going to get into that, what I'm getting from these cards. You have miscommunication, not seeing eye to eye, and misunderstanding. So your communication, I feel like, was blocked because there was a lot of confusion as far as what the other person was trying to convey, or shouldn't. It's some type of barrier, some type of block. I keep going back to um that Four of Cups energy. That Four of Cups energy keeps standing out to me, even though it's no longer out here. I keep feeling that same energy. So it's time to face the truth and denial. Like somebody was trying to deny for a long time their truth, maybe their hand in the situation, not taking accountability. So what I'm picking up with these two cards right here is someone might have been creating, like, it might have felt like, okay, this person, they're difficult. Like, I just can't seem to, like, you're too much to deal with. Like, I just can't seem to make this work with you. Like, something's just not clicking. And I feel like it's, and this is a message I keep picking up in readings. When you have that challenging energy within a connection, it's usually because both parties are not honoring, or it's either one party or both parties are not honoring what's in their heart, their truth. They're not listening to their divine guidance. They're not being obedient to what their soul is telling them or guiding them to do within the connection. Instead of doing that, it's someone is opting to, like, operate in their ego by pretending like they don't feel anything, or trying to purposely sabotage things, or could be subconsciously out of fear, insecurities, inadequacy, or, oh, I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna play these games because this is what's always worked for me in the past. This worked with this woman or that man, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, I'm not gonna show this person how I feel. And it creates these blockages, these unnecessary blocks in the situation. So someone was being very difficult, and it might have been creating more blockages and more imbalance in your connection. So it's like every action manifests a reaction. So it's like karmic energy in a sense. So what you put out, you get out of it, right? So if somebody's doing this, they're operating in their ego, they're going to they're creating blockages, they're creating stagnancy, they're creating confusion, miscommunication, so on and so forth. Those blockages within the connection. That's the energy that I'm picking up from this. And also too, if this applies, there could be like a karmic partner that was involved and it was causing these blockages. But for majority of you, I feel like it was the first energy, because that's what I'm getting. Like someone's behavior, trying to be manipulative, trying to, be too sneaky, trying to be, just operating in lower level energy, operating from a wounded place, operating from a place of fear, or just trying to sabotage something, or trying to play games, trying to see, oh, let me see how interested you are to me. Let me see, or in me, how interested you are in me. Let me see, blah, blah, blah. It's like a whole bunch of games. So it creates blockages. Yeah, it's been creating blockages and miscommunication, someone being in denial. But I feel like right now, though, someone is aware, because someone's been spending time, like, as time has gone on, and it might have been at a time period where you felt, or this person, or both of you felt like there was some type of block, there was no movement, or someone felt like they couldn't move. At that moment, I feel like what Spirit was doing was trying to, like, keep both parties, or one of the parties, like, in a place or a position where they had no choice but to reflect and go within, and in order to have a shift in perspective of how they were seeing things. Because when you're in the upside down position, it's uncomfortable at first. One of my sisters dropped a gem on the hangman, like, helped me with the perspective. She was saying that in some cultures, like, it's like yoga poses too, where they position themselves upside down, and it's supposed to it's like a certain activation that happens in the body within the crown chakra area. I'm paraphrasing, but in the crown chakra area, some type of an illumination energy that takes place. So when you're in that position, it's uncomfortable in the beginning, but then once you start to get the hang of being in that opposite position or place that you're not used to, the way that you perceive and look at things is from a completely enlightened place. Hence why the hangman has that halo around his head, that aura of light around his head. Also, if you think about this from a mundane level, let's say you do get caught up and you hang yourself accidentally by a tree, and then all of this stuff just starts to fall out of your pockets, right? All this junk. So someone may have had to release some things that they were holding onto, these materialistic or these superficial things or these false perceptions and beliefs and all of that, kind of just had to fall without much control. Because if I'm getting hung upside down, I can't control what's falling out of my pockets. Like, my stance is off, right? So I can't catch all this shit. So it has to fall. It's almost like a forced or divine intervention, I should say, to sacrifice whatever one is holding on to, because you can't take it with you. It doesn't serve you anymore. So being in that place of stillness, or having to be in a place where you can't move, or you feel like, I just can't do nothing, my legs are tied, and legs spiritually can represent some type of they call it the lame spirit, where you can't physically move ahead, you can't walk into where you're supposed to go. But if spirit is behind it, encouraging it, or the divine purpose of it, why you feel like you can't walk or move in the way that you used to, or do the things that you want to do, it's because spirit is trying to shift something in you. So someone was in this position, and while being in that, it was a humbling energy, I feel like. And through observation and looking at things from this new perspective, it brought a lot of clarity. And it's also helping to bring things into divine alignment. So that's what I'm getting from that. Someone was not seeing the truth. And in order to see the error in our ways, we do have to look at things from another perspective. Even if that means we got to take a step back. Hey sis, even if we got to take a step back and look at it from maybe the other person's perspective, or just in another way. And when we heal too, by just naturally, each time you heal, the way that you look at things is different, because you're no longer perceiving things with that same wounding. So it's different. Yeah, someone had a wake-up call. I keep going back to this card, the Three of Pentacles, because that angel reminds me of the angel in the Judgment card. And houses represent home, stability, our comfort. So someone has to rebuild their whole perception of stability and what that home energy is, or that false sense of security. It's more from a place now of humble beginnings, I'm hearing, like starting fresh, starting new. That's what I'm getting from this. But someone does have anxiety about what's to come as far as the future holds. So I'm going to pull, let me see, from, I think I'm going to pull from the fairy. Is this a fairy tarot? I think, I just want to see like what's to be expected, or what's the advice. I don't know why I'm hearing that song. It's a 90s song, and I forgot who sings this, but it's called I Saw the Sign. Y'all probably know it. It used to be, it was some type of fitness commercial back in the day. I don't know if it was like only in the US where they used to play that song. Ace of Base, thank you. Thank you, sis. Ace of Base, I Saw the Sign, or The Sign. It's one of that, but the song goes, I saw the sign. When I opened up my eyes, I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding, or something like that. Yeah, thank you. for clearing that up. The artist is Ace of Base. Okay. What is to come? So someone, I feel like, is starting to perceive, like I said, I feel like someone is starting to see things from a different perspective now. Not holding on so much or so tightly. You have the Seven of Wands, or the Seven of Spring. These cards is falling out of my lap. Hold on, my cards just fell out of my lap. Okay. It says, be assertive, don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. I'm getting Sagittarius energy from this. The Seven of Wands, I believe, is a Leo placement, but for some reason I'm picking up Sagittarius energy, or Sagittarius season. Even though it says spring, take it as it applies. Intuitively, I feel like this is Sagittarius energy or Sagittarius season. Some of you guys need to, I also been picking this message up too lately, that some of you guys might be tested in what you believe and what you know about your situation. And this goes back to the first message where someone was getting false guidance, false counsel, whether it was from a place of purity or from a place of just, you know, wanting to be messy or start something. Spirit is saying even the most wise counsel that you can find in or trust in, you got to stand on what you know. And with that, of course, you have to be you got to be in a divine place as well, because if it's coming from a place of stubborn, oh no, I don't want to hear what you got to say, make sure it's not coming from that place. But you have the 10 of Summer also. So the 10 of Cups, it says an emotional, fulfilling life with family and friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. Some of you guys got to, I don't want to say this to everybody, because this is not going to be for everyone, and I don't want to build up false hope. So that's why I say that y'all got to use your own discernment, your own intuition. Don't take my word for it first, unless it's perhaps maybe it's something that has already come to you. You already got this download and this is just confirmation. But I will say this, some of you, what you're needing to stand firm on, or someone in the situation is needing to stand firm on, is that this is that. This is the home. This is the, you're going to have a family. You're going to live a happy life with this person. There will be emotional fulfillment in your connection. There will be trust in this connection. Some of you guys, this is something you know already, and you have to stand on that regardless of what other people are saying, because I feel like you may be tested, or you may already have been getting tested with this. Yeah, someone knows that they need to walk away. So I feel like this top energy can be both parties that feel this, but there's someone, and this came out twice, the 8 of Cups energy came out twice. Someone knows that they need to walk in a path that is in their divine highest good with the Hermit. It says, find or be a mentor, take a break from society, a commitment to your spiritual growth. So someone is having a perspective of things that actually speak to their spiritual growth, their spiritual healing, evolution, whatever. What is in best alignment with my purpose and my soul. With the 8 of Cups, I'm walking away from things that are no longer meaningful or never were meaningful in the first place. This feels like a masculine energy, but it can also be a feminine. But I feel like it resonates with masculine energy. So you have the desire for a meaningful life, or more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. So someone, when you're in the Hermit energy, this is your time where you spend with spirit, where you don't really want to get out too much. Someone could be currently in this energy, or they were in this energy recently or in the past, where you socialize only when you have to, or you might feel at times, okay, I can, you know, hang out amongst other people or do certain things, and then you go back into your hermit mode again, and then you go back into studying or researching or going within, however spirit leads you. Sometimes hermit mode can last for a couple years or so, where, you know, there's no clubbing, there's no bars, there's no dating. You're just spending time with spirit. You're spending time with yourself. you're gathering guidance and information, you're learning more and more about your gifts, you're learning more and more about your spiritual path, the more it becomes clear. So sometimes isolation, I'll say divine isolation, when you're divinely led to, it serves a good purpose as far as alignment goes with yourself, and what you take out of that experience is what's going to help you forward to get closer and closer to what's for you. And I feel with the Eight of Cups, it's like the more you are in that space, the more you're able to observe and see, because you've restricted too much of that that overly stimulated energy by being in everybody's space and being in this environment and that environment. Consecration, I was about to say that. Yes, it says consecration period, where spirit, you go through intense and immense healing as well, where you have to release all these things that don't serve you. You're being squeezed of that. You're it's like a process where all of this junk is just, it naturally has to go, and sometimes it's not as pleasant. It can be painful, sometimes it can feel lonely, and sometimes it's just like you're just naturally in that space where you just allow that shift and change to happen because you're spending time with yourself. With the Eight of Cups, again, the more clear you are within yourself about what has to go as you're healing, like I said, the more and more you heal, the more you're going to shift your perception. You're not looking at things from a wounded place. You're no longer satisfied by being stimulated or overly stimulated in this simulation of the superficial material world or superficial things and people. You start to feel like this doesn't serve me. When you're in your ego, you're comfortable with mediocre shit because it's not requiring you to go deep. It doesn't require much out of you. If we're talking about relationships, it's easy and it's fulfilling to sleep with this person and that person, or oh, I'm gonna date this dude because he fine and he got this, but there's nothing really to talk about. You don't have anything in common, or oh, she fine, she got fat ass, blah blah blah, or she got this, she got that. It's like superficial stuff, and it feels good at that time because you're in that place that's fine to you, until you go deeper within yourself and you start to really sit and you're like, okay, this doesn't resonate with me anymore. This doesn't fulfill me anymore. So you don't need that stimulation or to be a part of it anymore. It doesn't fit, if that makes sense. So someone is coming to realization of certain things that are just not meaningful, and if not just love alone, then maybe a certain lifestyle or a job or eating habits. It could be anything. It could be all of the above. But I feel like this is what's triggering someone to leave something behind. Because the Eight of Cups did come out already. So, yeah. Someone is choosing themselves, because the Eight of Cups leads to the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is all about self-fulfillment. And I feel like that's where someone here in the situation is headed, and hence the nine. The nine is also a mastery level in some cases, or very focused on purpose and serving. Yeah, some type of growth. Some type of growth is happening. And I feel like August, you're going to see a lot of shifts, if not the result of a shift from previous months. Leo season, maybe into Virgo season, there's a shift, or someone is possibly going to go into hermit mode. I might be speaking about a future tense energy, or this is the result of being in hermit mode for someone, that you see the shift, or that you realize something is not meaningful, or someone's realizing something's not meaningful and they're moving away from it. So yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. Because someone wants this Ten of Cups, like Ten of Cups is emotional, fulfilling life, feeling at home, feeling safe, and it's also worth the wait. It was worth the payout. So whether this is coming sooner, this is something that is in the far out future for some. It is a future that has been promised to some of you. I won't say everybody that's watching. I have to be very careful with this, or maybe not with a specific person you're asking about. Sometimes we can watch a reading with someone in mind, and if spirit didn't give you that download, that is it. If it's something you want, you got to separate between what is divinely meant versus what some part of yourself wants it to be, that even though spirit didn't say that to you. So there's a difference. That's like I said, I do not want to feed into anybody's delusion or get anybody's false hopes up. You have to be discerning with what you watch and what you're hearing, because your first go-to should always be source God first before watching anybody else or listening to anyone else. I don't care if they got a Bible. I don't care if they talk about Buddha. I don't give a shit who it is. And some of you guys already know that. But some people watch readings, and I'm speaking to those that may not know, that just come on and they watch videos, they watch readings without much discernment, and they just take things in because it sounds good, or it sounds like what they want to hear, versus hearing what spirit is truly saying or what spirit has told you. And if you're watching it firsthand, then take the information and ask spirit to confirm whether or not it's meant for you. Unless you want to take this as entertainment, but I wouldn't take readings too much for entertainment, for the simple fact of you start to get attached, you start to escape in that. You know what I mean? It's a feel-good thing. You don't want to turn spirituality into a numbing mechanism or something that just makes you feel good, without any work, any healing. You know what I mean? From a place of imbalance. So with the Ten of Cups, it's like that final, like it's well worth the wait type energy, because, and I say this sometimes in readings with the cups, the suit of cups, it starts off sweet with the Ace of Cups. It's a blessing, and or you go through the excitement of falling in love for the first time and going through the journey with this person or that person. And then, you have the ups and downs aspect of the cups, the Five of Cups and the Four of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Cups. You go through those challenging parts, but then you get to a place where when you reach a certain level of fulfillment within yourself with the Nine of Cups, and you believe that you are deserving of all that you want, and you feel grateful and you feel a sense of gratitude and peace with what you do have, that Ten of Cups comes, and it's a fulfillment, because it's like I went through all of the cycles and all of the aspects of my love life. It's kind of like, I don't know if you remember when I asked you a question, and it's probably stupid, but I asked this question maybe like a year ago. I was like, why do women cry when they get proposed to? Like, is it like because we've been taught that that's the ultimate goal, to get married and plan a wedding and all of that? Is that what we've been taught? And she was like, I mean, for some people it might be that, but she was like, nah, like just imagine all the men that you had to go through, all the frogs you had to kiss, and then you finally have someone that wants to be that one to commit to you, and they see you, and they want to dedicate themselves to you. That's why they cry. And I get it, because it is like, damn, like whether it's I've been through a period of long singleness, or I've had to date this man and that one or whatever, and finally, like, this is the person that is it now. And sometimes not everybody that gets proposed to, and this, y'all probably like, this bitch always gotta take it to the dark side. No, I'm just balanced. But in some cases, like, not just because you get proposed doesn't mean it's always, from the right person or whatever. But when it is the right person is what I'm speaking of, the Ten of Cups energy. When you feel that, like, this is the person I can trust, this is my home, this is that comfort energy, or I feel like that, it's a different feeling. And it's like, we've come a long way with each other, and even outside of being with each other. We made it. Yeah, it's like it's a blissful feeling I could only imagine. It's a sigh of relief. It's like, yeah, because all of it was well worth it. Like what you had to go through in your singlehood or in your process of dating. Some people have been dating since they were like 12 or 13, some people, or 16, whatever, 17, 18, whatever age, or maybe have been single. I know some people that said they've never been in a relationship, or they were virgins for a long time, or whatever the case may be. Or I'm just, I was used to the player lifestyle, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the aspect of it is, it's like that Ten of Cups is that well worth it. It's that, finally, through the storm type energy. Because the Ten of Cups, there's a rainbow typically in the traditional tarot, or some tarot decks still have the rainbow, which the rainbow represents a covenant of God. You look what the word covenant means, because that word has been coming to me a lot too, covenant, but it's also a divine promise as well. So when that promise happens, and the rain is a manifestation of God's promise, like through anything that we go through all the storms, all the trials and tribulations, there's always a blessing or beautiful thing that comes out of the storm. Yes, it's like taking off your bra, or like the corona mask felt like a bra sometimes too, in the hot fucking 109 degree weather, some hot humid weather, like down south humid weather, where you wearing your bra and you like, finally I can take this bitch off, or like your corona mask was like, finally I can take this bitch off. That's kind of what, yeah. It's kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna conclude that we done. So yes, rainbows, blessings, divine promises. Yes. After the storm, after the trials and tribulations. Yes. I like how the Hermit is like, she posing. I thought she had her hip out. She's an older woman too. I don't. Some of y'all might be feeling like y'all too, like you guys are too old to have your happy endings, or oh, when it's like that don't mean nothing. Like that really doesn't mean anything. The Three of Pentacles, or the Three of Wands, my bad, is at the bottom of the deck. So it says, plan your next step with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. So you can kind of like breathe a little bit for some of you. Maybe you feel like you can't. There's the Judgment. Okay, it's renewal in this deck. I knew it was here. It was at the top of the deck before I put all the other cards. There we go. Okay. So it says, review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. Both cards are saying to plan ahead, like prepare, like be in a state of that. And I'm getting something with if you guys watch my Lionsgate portal, and for some of you this, by the time you watch this, might be irrelevant, but in that reading, I was picking something about scrolls and journals and wisdom. Go ahead and watch that. I think if you haven't watched it, I think I'm going to put it in the description, the link, so y'all can go watch it, because it was something with scrolls and books and journaling and message, like something with that, and it had a feather. So like some type of divine messages in books, or some type of something with divine messages in that. So I would suggest watching that maybe after this, if you have yet to, or maybe if you did, it's going to piece that together. But this card says, review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. Understanding your life purpose, realizing judgments of yourself and others. Someone had a judgment call. I'm telling you, this reading is like confirming some different stuff. So take it as it resonates. I do hope that this resonates with y'all. I felt the Judgment energy. It just had to come out in a different deck, but this was at the top of the deck before I put the other cards back, and this was at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So much love as always. I appreciate you guys. Many blessings. Take care. Whenever you watch this, may it be, divinely aligned for you. This card was on the floor. We didn't even use this deck, did we? I don't think we didn't use this deck. This was on the floor. So I don't know if that means anything to you. That was interesting. Okay, we're done here. Much love as always. Be blessed. You're welcome. Thank you, sis. Thank my moderator sisters for being on the live, and all of the others of you that have beautiful, loving intentions and support, and you guys send me love. I send it back to you tenfold. Thank you. Anybody on here with fucked up energy, fuck you, but thank you at the same time. because y'all really do motivate me to keep going and living my purpose and not waver in myself. Know that I must be doing something right. All right, much love to y'all. I appreciate you. Thank you. Peace.